I couldn't, in this interface, well, let's see, I could create a super interface for it. Yeah, that's probably what I'd end up doing. I'd generate a super interface. And the super interface would contain this. Unfortunately, he would have to also contain a duplicate of these methods. But it's generated code, who cares? And what this would let us do is read all the methods defined in state, generate this method enumeration, and generate the state methods superclass, or super interface. And poof, now I have state containing those methods for me. Or what I could do is instead of extending something, just generate a co-class or a co-interface. State methods, something like that. So now you have state methods, which is, you just say state methods.water and state methods.heat and so on, like that. So this is one of those cases, whenever you see something like this come up where there's a lot of redundancy and a lot of potential for typos, think code generation. One way is using annotation processors. There's other ways you can do code generation. Write your own task for Ant, write a plugin in Eclipse that adds a builder that automatically adds it. Now, if you did one of those, an Ant task, you can explicitly specify do it for state, or you could write it more generically and say anything annotated with this, go ahead and generate the co-class. Okay, so they give you a bunch of opportunities here to really make this thing a lot more automatic. Okay, questions on any of that? Okay, so last thing I want to talk about real briefly was enum sets and enum maps. Now, let's say that you want to have a set of bit values. There's a lot of cases where you might have little flags to say, let's say you're doing a GUI, and you want to have some flags to say, should this have a border, should this be a push button, or should this be a checkbox, should this be a radio button?